Welcome to Coin, your trusted source for the latest finance news, market updates, and investment strategies. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into the Dow Jones Industrial Average and how it's performing today. We'll discuss the factors affecting the index and what you should keep an eye on. Let's get started. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is showing some interesting movement today. As of now, we're seeing a mix of gains and losses within the index, with some of the major companies driving fluctuations. Investors are reacting to recent economic data and corporate earnings, which are influencing the overall market sentiment. This morning, the Dow opened slightly higher, but has experienced some ups and downs as trading progresses. The volatility we're seeing today is being influenced by several key factors: the Fed's stance on interest rates, inflation concerns, and corporate earnings reports. Let's break down what's driving the Dow's performance today. First, the Federal Reserve's recent signals about interest rate hikes have kept investors on edge. If the Fed continues with rate hikes, it could impact borrowing costs and slow down economic growth, which could affect the stock market. Second, we are in the middle of earnings season, and some big Dow companies like Apple, Coca-Cola, and Intel have posted their results. Positive earnings from some of these companies are helping to push the Dow up, while disappointing results are contributing to some of the volatility we're seeing today. Third, economic data, particularly inflation data, has been a significant concern. Rising prices are affecting consumer spending, which in turn could have an impact on company profits. Finally, global geopolitical tensions, like trade concerns and international issues, have been adding uncertainty to the market, influencing investor decisions. Now let's take a closer look at how some key sectors are performing today within the Dow. The tech sector is showing mixed results. Apple has posted strong earnings, pushing its stock higher, but other tech companies are facing pressure due to concerns that rising interest rates could hurt future growth. In the financial sector, banks like JP Chase and Goldman Sachs are reacting to fluctuations in bond yields, with some volatility affecting their stock prices. The energy sector is performing better than most, with rising oil prices benefiting companies like ExxonMobil and Chevron. Finally, consumer staples like Coca-Cola and Procter & Gamble are doing relatively well as investors flock to defensive stocks, which are considered safer in times of market uncertainty. So, what should investors be paying attention to today? First, the Federal Reserve's next steps will be crucial. Any new announcements or updates on interest rates could significantly influence market movements, particularly for the Dow. Second, corporate earnings reports are still rolling in, and the results from other major Dow companies could shift market sentiment. Third, inflation data will continue to be a critical factor. If inflation remains elevated, it could put more pressure on the Dow and the broader market. Finally, global events, including geopolitical developments and trade negotiations, could lead to unexpected market shifts. So, what can we take away from today's performance of the Dow? Volatility is likely to remain, as the market is reacting to several factors like interest rate concerns, inflation, and earnings reports. Corporate earnings remain key drivers for the index, and inflation concerns will continue to shape the market's direction. If the Fed moves forward with further rate hikes, it could lead to more fluctuations in the market. Thanks for watching today's video on the Dow Jones and its performance today. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to Coin for more insights on market updates, investment strategies, and financial news. Feel free to leave any questions or comments below, and we'll be happy to engage with you. Stay tuned for more updates and take control of your financial future with Coin.